I lost my loved one, my nephew, in 2017. He was attending the club scene and he was murdered along with another kid, where 8 other people were shot at a club called Ring. And it was a pretty high profile situation in Tampa at the time because my sister and her husband was celebrating their anniversary and his birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday, in Hawaii when it happened. So I got the call, and was told, she said, please go up there and tell me it's not so. So I had to turn around on the interstate. And when I went up there, it was a pretty chaotic scene. And, trying to get inside, police wouldn't let me in. So it was true that he lost his life. Very, very good kid. Never been in trouble. Just like to hang out. So it was unfortunate. These two groups of kids from different sides of town brought this fight to a club scene, and I just don't get it. And the other guy that died, he was just picking up someone when it all happened, so he was murdered in the doorway when that broke out. It devastated my sister. They couldn't fly right back. And so they jumped on whatever was coming back this way smoking. So they got back to the town to this. So we was all at the airport meeting them, but it's unfortunate that happened to her like that. And it's just crazy that and I kind of go through it with the police all the time about these clubs being made to have surveillance because this stuff it wasn't available, and this club has had problems like this before where they didn't have surveillance. I work for the city of Tampa. I've been working there 26 years, so I go to everything. What I'm saying, homeless seminars. I go to everything. I'm real active in my community. And I just, ask the police, a bunch of questions like why we can have, fire alarm, burglar alarm, why these clubs, especially high profile clubs with a lot of, violence, prone to them, to have surveillance at all times, inside and out. But, unfortunately, they say you have to go through, city council and talk to them guys about that. But yes, and my sister, she was devastated. So her only son, and what's funny about it, when they flew to Hawaii, he was he took his dad's car. His dad has a nice BMW, so he snuck the keys. So I saw him earlier that day, and he was hiding from me because he didn't want to see me in that. He didn't want to see me with his dad's car, so he was trying to duck me, and I guess he didn't want to end up at the same place that I was. So I catch him and question him about it. But so he ended up at this club, and he was like, "Wow, why is he at this club?" So that's kind of what happened, and I kind of have I feel guilty a little bit. Like I wouldn't even say nothing to him, but I guess he was trying to duck me. But it's unfortunate, and they take it real bad because he was a good kid. He wasn't out there in the streets doing what some of these kids are doing.
What was your nephew's name?
Marvin Lancaster Jr.
And how old was he when he was taken?
21.
21.
Yes.
You mentioned that there was two rival groups that got together and started going at it and shooting at each other, so picking up guns. And unfortunately, your nephew and another gentleman were the victims, unintended victims. Tell me how you feel about that part of life, that people who are getting into it are shooting at each other, but they aren't the ones that are affected. Innocent bystanders like your nephew.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Tears me up inside because like I said, I'm active in my neighborhood. I'm active in the community. I like coaching. I coach my daughter's softball, and I just don't understand the stuff that they go through now, that they have to bring guns to a fight, or they have animosity about what part of town they live in. I just don't get that. I am a victim of gun violence too. I was shot, years back. Still have a bullet in my back, but unfortunately, that was a domestic thing. But it tears me up to know that these kids are out here and this is how they're handling, their issues, their anger with these guns, and we don't know where these guns are coming from. So this group that I'm in, Rise Up for Peace with Trish and Jay, we just out here, trying to get the kids to understand that, you don't have to handle your anger like this. You don't have to, you know, um, you know, witness this stuff. There's other things that you can do in the community to, to occupy your time rather than picking up a gun and getting in a gang and just doing crazy stuff.
This happened in 2017.
Yes.
And
2016.
2016.
Yes.
And we're in 2024. 8 years has gone by. What's different as far as the pain that was felt then and where you are now, if anything?
Well, I didn't really have, time to heal from that. I lost my stepson, my girlfriend's son, in 2023, and the first part of the year. So he was gunned down coming out of his house. So, it's just an ongoing thing. Trish, Jay, all of us. I talk to a lot of parents. Have a lot of friends that's losing a lot of kids, man. So really, it's never ending. It's, the hurt don't go away. The concerns don't go away. So what's different now and then is nothing. I mean, I'm still, we still reeling from this epidemic, that's going on in our neighborhoods. They tell us that crime is down, but I want to know what part of the pie where the murders are, and and that don't seem to be going down to me because I live in Ybor City, so I see a lot of this stuff going on all the time. So it's questions I ask. So I'm pretty still in the same mindset as I was in 17 and 16. I coach girls softball, and right now I work with my nephew, which is 12 years old. He was boxing. Now he's a good baseball player right now. But at some point, a light will come on. A light will come on, and all of this stuff will come back. Carrying guns is not the answer. We need to mitigate and find out how to best handle our differences with people that look just like you. We just need to find a way. I'm in a position right now where I work for the city of Tampa, and I hire kids, and I like to hire kids from the community. I know what it's like to get in trouble, and I know people make amends and people grow up. Some of the stuff that we're doing now as children and we grow to adults, you can't run from, you can't hide from it. It comes back and it turns your life around to where you can't get it. You have to do extra stuff to get it right. So we need to think hard and long before we make a decision that it's gonna hurt you perpetually in the future. We have to come to an agreement with ourselves that we can't be angry with just because somebody living on one side of town than you, and that's what we need to do. I want to appeal to the younger people to just think about it before you do it. If it's a decision that your mother or your father is gonna tell you no, just stop, and ask the question. Is this good? Ask yourself, is this a good idea? And to the parents, please, go into your children's room, check their phones. Don't be afraid of them. Sometimes these kids, they swell up at you or whatever, but do not be afraid of your children. One thing they do respect, they respect your your candor. They respect your strength. So you can't be soft to them. You got to be hard. You got to show them that you are the parent, the force in their life, so that they'll understand this. So you know, that's just my appeal to the community.